Hi, everybody, and welcome to Jack McCarthy Field in West Warwick, where this afternoon the Rogers High School Vikings come in to face the undefeated West Warwick Wizards. I'm John Parenti, assisted by Chad Rondo. You can see. Tell everybody who you are, Chad. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody. My name is Chad Rondo. I am a senior at West Warwick High School, and this is my first baseball broadcast.
Be gentle on him, everybody.
I would greatly appreciate it.
So the Wizards, as I mentioned, coming off a win over PCD, a lopsided win, a 12-0 win. Rogers hanging in there with the Wizards, and they're coming off a win over Exeter West Greenwich, a 6-5 game earlier in the week. And Logan Dean gets the ball for the Wizards to try to make it 8 in a row now for the Orange and Black. Will play Johnston tomorrow. It's a busy week for Rich Grenger's crew. Here's the way the Wizards will operate defensively. The first baseman is Ian Peacock. Joe Rivera is at second. The shortstop is Josh Pettis. And Cody Fretz, the hero of the game against Juanita Sanchez, is at third. Dom Carullo is in left field. Senior Zach Lawrence, probably the tallest player in Division III, is out in center field. Carl Swanson is out in right field. Caden Denton is accepting the offerings of senior Logan Dean, who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is making his fourth start. And he's had 3 quality starts. The only one where he was a little bit iffy was the game against Juanita Sanchez, which the Wizards pulled out in 1-6-5. Here is the lineup that Logan and the Wizards will be facing from Rogers High School. The leadoff batter is Trenton Carter. Carter playing center field today. The shortstop is Ben Borgetta. Borgetta batting in the 2-hole. The third batter is Connor Donahue. He plays third base. Second baseman Nixon Brownell bats fourth. Matt Lynch will do the pitching for the Vikings today. He'll bat fifth. The left fielder is Cole Marley. Marley in the 6th slot. Schreiber, the DH. In the 7-hole, Rob Dufo, the first baseman in the 8th spot. Darren Carter, the catcher, will bat 9th.
Now, the camera is in the wrong place. I need both the pitcher and catcher to be visible. Ryder.
Historically,
Ryder, Lorenzo.
Chad, Rogers High School always has a very good top of the order that loves to run, loves to make you play D, and they've always loved to bunt.
Yep.
We'll see if this holds true to that theory. So Trenton Carter leads it off. This is a very junior-dominated team. They have 3 seniors on the entire club. Dufo, Lynch, and Brownell. Basically, everybody else who you're going to see today is a junior, so they're playing toward next year. Not that this year will be discounted by any means, but they've got a big future coming up in 2025. Let me get my pen here.
Okay, Ryder.
Logan Dean is ready to go. Looks at Denton's target and fouls first pitch off. Does Carter? It's strike 1. The rest of the first inning, my friend, the play-by-play belongs to you. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Chad.
Alrighty, and first pitch coming off a foul, making it 1-0 in the count. Rogers, like you said, trying to get an early start, trying to make us play defense, and trying to score as much as possible.
In the same shot.
Logan Dean with the windup, and the pitch, and that will be ball 1. Call is 1-1.
When Logan gets his breaking ball going, it moves lengthwise. That one missed downstairs.
More towards center field.
Pitch, and ball just a little wide right, making the count 2-1.
Logan's trying to establish his pitches here, work a couple of fastballs in and around that curveball, just trying to find the plate with each of his pitches.
That's it, Deja. Okay, but you got to number 8.
Dean looking to get something going.
No, where's the pitcher? Oh, he's right there.
Ball's thrown, and that is hit to the second baseman, grounder, and that is out, number 1 for the Wizards.
No problem for Rivera there.
You got to be like out, almost in the center, almost right behind the pitcher.
With you doing play-by-play gives me an opportunity to count pitches. So thank you for that.
Stepping up to the plate, Balguetta. Ball is thrown, and it is a ball. Count is 1-0.
Borgetta's father's the head coach of Rogers High School.
See if there's any bias towards that in the playing tonight.
No way, I know both of them.
Ball is thrown, and that is going to be just high. No strikes have been thrown yet.
At 2-0 now, Logan's going to probably call fastball. We'll see what Caden then gives him for a signal.
So the Wizards looking to get something going.
Have a shot where you'll have the catcher and the pitcher. Tilt that.
Here at McCarthy Field. The pitch. Strike.
And he did come with the fastball, and it was right in the heart. Looked like Borgetta was taking all the way.
You gotta go over. All right.
See if we see any sort of action, some sort of swings from him. Here's the pitch. And another ball coming out on the left side.
Change up that time.
Ball's thrown, and that is going to be a walk for Borgetta. That is Dean's first walk of the evening.
Is it evening already?
Could count it as evening. Late afternoon.
Yeah, we'll go with
shining.
that. Yeah, and that's why we'll go with that. Here's Donahue.
Nice colorful bat.
I can't tell because
Here's the pitch. And looking like Borgetta was trying to run for second there.
Once again, speed.
look in the viewfinder. You can see what you can see.
So let's see if that'll pose a threat to the Wizards tonight. Caden Dent is ready for that. And there we go, Logan throwing it back to the first baseman.
It's on the top.
If I was his dad, his coach, I would say get another step. He's only out a couple of steps. He needs to get to the edge of that grass, that cut line there. He's there now.
I'll zoom in through one of the holes.
And there's a steal, ball thrown, and that is going to be a steal for Borgetta. Unfortunately, Denton threw that a little wide left.
Wasn't necessarily Caden's fault there. He got a real nice jump.
The outfield camera's way off.
So with that first steal coming of this late afternoon, let's see if Rogers is going to keep up this explosive behavior. And let's see if Dean can catch on to it. Ball is thrown. And that is swung deep to center field. And that is caught by Zach Lawrence. No tag up. And the runner stays at second.
Donahue hit the ball well, but first of all, Zach was right there, perfectly positioned. And it's funny because, well, not necessarily funny, but Zach was pulled over toward the opposite field, like the Wizards are disrespecting Rogers' ability to hit Logan Dean's fastball. Usually with a right-hander, you're pulled over the other way. This time he's got another 15 to 20 feet on this batter, Brownell.
Ball's thrown. And looked like he wanted to swing on that, but ends up taking the strike, making the count 0-1. So 1 out for the Wizards. Excuse me, 2 outs for the Wizards. And that is going to be deep in the dirt, making the count 1-1.
That's fine. Yep. Thank you. All right, Ryder's on his way.
Brownell, the second baseman, still got a runner on second.
They're totally in the
Could see if we
wrong
can
place.
steal from third. Looked like he wanted to, or just tempting the Wizards.
Usually in this situation, you don't necessarily want to take third base. You're in scoring position anyway, so why move along unless they don't respect Caden Denton's arm, without providing a little coverage.
Ball is thrown, and that is going to be a ball making the count 3-1.
Lynch is on deck, hoping to get to the plate, maybe help his own cause.
As we'll see him pitching later on this game. Dean throws, and that's a swing and a miss for Brownell, making the count 3-2.
Borgetta's going to get a healthier lead here. And Logan on this pitch should just concentrate on the pitch, concentrate on the batter with 2 down. That runner means just about nothing if he can execute his pitch.
Dean looking to take the Wizards out. And there it is. Swing and a miss. That is the end of the top of the first inning. Score is still tied 0-0.
All right. On you, Mike. You guys in the outfield, just wait until you'll see when the pitcher comes and warms up.
Back at McCarthy Stadium, half inning done. Rogers did not score. Here's the way the Vikings end up defensively. Rob Dufo is the first baseman. Nixon Brownell is at second. The shortstop is Ben Borgetta. Connor Donahue mans third. Cole Marley is the left fielder. Trenton Carter is in center. Cole Milburn is in right. Darren Carter will accept the offerings of Matt Lynch. Here's Chad.
And first up the bat for the Wizards, Josh Pettis, shortstop, number 7. Hoping to get the Wizards some energy going into this bottom of the first.
I consider Pettis the best hitter on this team. Conventionally, back in the old days, he would bat third, but Rich is giving him an extra at-bat or an attempt at an extra at-bat.
Just about to say that as Pettis takes a ball to make the count 1-0.
When you've got people like Swanson and Denton that can get on base, you need a guy like Pettis to drive them in.
That's just as important as the third slot. Ball thrown, same spot, making the count 2-0.
Teams around the league will pitch around Pettis too, recognizing the dangerous situation he puts everybody in.
And excuse me, that count is 1-1. Ball is thrown, swing and a miss for Pettis, making the count 1-2.
You're excused.
Appreciate it. So Pettis looking to drive in something for the Wizards. Teammates chanting on the side. Ball hit left. Grounder. Ball thrown third to first. And that is going to be out for Rogers, making 1 out on the bottom of the first.
Donahue made a nice play on that. I mean, that play where you're gliding to the left and you're snaring the ball that's headed toward left field is not always an easy one to get, especially on a field that doesn't give good hops. This field, of course, is very well manicured by Jeff Caldwell and company.
So Zach Lawrence, the arguable tallest player in D3.
Oh, there's no argument.
takes ball 1. And I was standing next to him in class. He like towers over me. I have to strain my neck looking up at him.
Okay, I'm on the pitch cam now. I'm on you guys in the outfield.
So here's Lynch with the pitch. And Lawrence takes a strike, making the count 1-1.
So you're in class with him and you've never recruited him to play volleyball on the off nights when the baseball team's not playing?
We have tried, but obviously seemed very committed to baseball. Tried to get him to do both, but obviously we can see what he chose as he takes another ball there.
He's a good enough athlete.
I would love to see him on the football field catching some balls, teamed up with his teammate Cole Swanson.
You guys in the outfield.
And ball is thrown, and that is going to be fouled back into the fence, making the count 2-2.
Doing a good job. Number 3's in. That's nothing you can really.
Lawrence takes some times off, gets set back in the box. Hoping to drive something here for the Wizards, get them on base. Lynch with the pitch.
On you, Ryder.
Check swing. And they're going to call that a ball.
Okay.
Count is 3-2.
Now I'm back on pitch cam. And when he throws, I'm going to Ryder.
Ball thrown. And that is going to be strike number 3. 2 outs for the Wizards.
Lynch broke that off, caught the inside corner. Strikeout number 2. I'm sorry, strikeout number 1 for Matt Lynch.
Still on you,
So definitely not the start the Wizards want, but hoping that Logan Dean, number 10, can bring something home in the 3 slot. This is what you're talking about, that powerhouse slot. Ball thrown wide right. Catcher trying to spot it up, but ball is going to be a ball there, making the count 1-0.
Lynch came with a slider going away from the right-handed batter. It's a pitch he got Lawrence fooled for his second strike.
Lynch with the pitch, and could not find the bottom corner of the strike zone. Count is 2-0.
There's one thing Lynch doesn't want to do is start putting men on base with 2 down in an inning.
You got your breath over there? You okay?
Rogers looking to make this 3 and out. Ball thrown, and that is going to be very inside. Ball 3.
I think he might have called that a strike.
He did call that a strike there. Good spotting
Well,
by the catcher, I
Logan's
suppose.
way up on the plate.
Tighten up a bit on the batter.
Ball thrown, and it looked like that was
A little more.
in the dirt or bounced up off the plate somewhere. There is ball 3.
It was a 58-foot pitch.
Still on pitch cam. You guys doing great.
So the count 3-1, 2 outs.
And I'm all right.
Dean swings that, but that is going to be fouled right, sent into the parking lot. Thank God I didn't park my car over there.
I just picked up a new car yesterday. You know where I parked it?
That was.
I walked about 600 steps to get here. No one's going to hit that car, knock wood.
Yeah, you never know. And ball sent deep right. Is that going to stay fair? It is not. Foul ball, second in a row for Dean.
But good news for Logan. He just connected with a fastball, so kind of forcing Lynch right here to throw something off speed 3-2. Let's see if Logan guesses right.
The walk of shame is when you're late.
And it's looking like he's starting to feel himself out there. It looked like just need to get warmed up. That's what it's looking like for the Wizards. Hoping to come out strong now. Lynch with the pitch.
On pitch cam.
And that will be a walk
All right.
for the Wizards. Logan taking his base. And coming up to bat, number 6, first baseman Ian Peacock.
I like what Logan did, crowding the plate and taking away the inside. And Lynch was challenged to throw it inside and basically didn't do it.
So Lynch facing his first lefty of the night. That is going to be ball 1 in the bottom left corner of the strike zone.
Just missed.
I'm on pitch cam. You guys are doing great.
Ian gearing up, Lynch with the pitch. And that will be ball number 2 for Rogers.
Just look back to the top of the first inning.
Lynch trying to change it up with some speed. Might look to a fastball here. And hits Ian on the shoulder. And that will be a walk for the Wizards. Thankfully, he's been hitting the gym later that he can just shake that off and take his base. So coming up to the plate, Cody Fretz.
Had a home run against Winston Sanchez, and a big one it was. Looking to do some damage here, and 2 outs in the first.
And 2 men on base for the Wizards. Lynch with the pitch, and that is going to be swung into the gap to middle in right field. That is going to bring home Zach Lawrence. Ian the third, and Cody Fretz will make that on to second, safe. And the Wizards are up 1-0.
Sitting on the fastball, Fretz no problem. Went with the pitch, hit it into the gap. 1-0.
And coming up to the plate, left fielder Dominic Carollo. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was pitching last game.
He did.
So switching things up, playing left field here is the pitch. And Lynch sending it wide right, making the count 1-0.
Like Dean, Carrillo's up on the plate as well.
Lynch with the pitch, and almost hits him in the ankles. And looks like it does hit him in the ankles. And Carollo take his base. Base is loaded for the Wizards here as Joe Rivera, second baseman, stepping up.
And this has all happened with 2 outs after the ground ball by Pettis and the strikeout by Lawrence. Dean walked. Peacock was hit by a pitch. And the Fretz doubled, and now Carrillo was hit by a pitch.
So Lynch might be feeling the pressure. Ball thrown, and it's going to swing. Foul ball down the left sideline.
Easy play for Matt Granger, who's coaching third.
You don't have to move the camera.
Pretty good ball player in his own right way back when.
That shot that you.
I should say way back then. It wasn't that long ago.
People love to see it.
Lynch with the pitch, and that is going to be wide right. Good spot by the catcher, Darren Carter, saving that from any more damage as the count was 2-0. Excuse me, 2-1.
These are the 2 best teams in the league. Oh, okay.
Lynch with the pitch, and that is hit deep middle. Are they going to get there in time, making about a 50-yard run? And Rogers center fielder Trenton Carter will catch that, making that the end of the bottom of the first. Wizards up 1-0.
Yes.
And welcome back to a West Warwick broadcast from McCarthy Field between the Wizards and Rogers. Wizards are up 1-0. I'm Chad Rondo here with the John Parenti, who will be calling the shots this inning.
Matt Lynch will lead it off in the top of the second inning. Marley and Schreiber to follow. As Logan Dean gets ready to throw his 19th pitch. And after pitching just 4 pitches to Lawrence and 4 more to Pettis, Mr. Lynch threw 26 more. I'm sorry, total of 26 pitches in the first inning. So he'll step to the plate with his team now down 1-0. And Dean is ready. The look at the Denton signal, and the pitch is a ball outside.
Now, John, what are your thoughts on pitching as well as batting?
At the high school level, it's not too bad. As you get older, you become more specialized. Curveball misses upstairs. They call it strike. So it broke over the plate. Lynch doesn't think so. Lynch says that almost hit me in the head. But your best athletes are generally those that play shortstop and pitch. So you don't want to waste that bat. That one's fouled off.
A little souvenir for someone.
Mr. Lorenzo out there nearly. He was the closest to the ball. Ryder, of course, our veteran cameraman. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Lynch. Fastball got him.
So read the signal from Denton. Logan with a beautiful strikeout. Teammates celebrating on the mound.
So it brings up Cole Marley, the left fielder. And again, there's Zach Lawrence in right field playing the opposite way. This is going to be spanked toward the gap in center field. Lawrence will range on over and will make the catch. And that was a long road to hoe for the 6'5" Zach Lawrence. Now you know why he was moved over. We're given the latitude to move over because he cut down that fly ball in the left center field gap. Good job. So here's Schreiber, the DH. Dean with the fastball. It's 0-1.
And Zach with that long stride, using those long legs to make that last catch.
That was a good play. Now it's 0-2. So now Logan with nobody on. Denton behind the plate. They can use any number of fingers and figure out what they're going to throw right here. If it was me, I'd throw the pitch that hasn't worked. See, maybe we get it done this time. You got to pick a couple of pitches to waste here at 0-2. Denton sets up outside. The pitch to Schreiber. Fastball to missed outside. So he tried to get him to bite on the bait.
And he has plenty of pitches to do so.
Dean ready for a 1-2 to Schreiber with Dufo on deck. And the Vikings down 1-0. Fouled off left field side. Thankfully, nowhere near my car.
And just as you, I also parked a little bit farther away from here, preemptively expecting some balls to go.
That's why God created legs. Another 1-2 coming to the lefty Schreiber. Curveball that didn't curve. 2-2.
And even though no one on base, still good spotting from Denton, saving it for in case any future occasions needing to go out and chase that ball.
Fastball back toward the box over the head of Dean. Rivera's going to have to make a real tough play. Can't do it. It's an infield hit for Schreiber.
So beautiful hit by the DH, showing why he is the DH, popping that right over Dean. And unfortunately, Dean made a little hop, but couldn't connect with it. But beautiful play by Joe Rivera from getting any more damage done.
That ball popped so high, I don't think Zach Lawrence could have gotten it.
Got to get 2 of him.
Here's Rob Dufo, the first baseman. Dean threw the breaking ball, fouled it off 0-1.
And I wonder, just like the first inning, if we're going to see some explosiveness from Rogers from the first to second base stride.
Yes.
I'm going to say no, judging by the lead he had on the last pitch. 1.5 steps. No, can't do it. Got to get out there a little bit more. Dean comes with the 0-1. Skied toward left field. Giving chase on his horses, Carullo, and he'll make the catch. Dom comes along with that ball hung up there forever.
I know. I thought that was going out of the field, but ended up, whether it was the wind helping it, keeping it in play, Dom making a beautiful stride, using, once again, those long legs of his to make the catch.
So for the Vikings, no runs on one hit. They strand one. And after 1.5 here at McCarthy Stadium, it's the Wizards 1, the Vikings nothing. We go to the Wizards second with the Wizards ahead by the score of 1-0. A little bit of 2-out late inning by West Warwick in the first inning. A hit batsman, actually 2 of them. A walk and a Cody Fretz double to bring in the game's only run when he drove in Dean, who had walked. Swanson, Denton, and the top of the West Warwick order back to Pettis. And this is what I mean by Rich Grenier putting Pettis in the leadoff spot. You've got Swanson and Denton an opportunity to get on base, and Pettis the big gun to move them along.
Yes, beautiful hitters. Can definitely generate some offense for the Wizards.
Here's Swanee, and the first pitch to him is cut on, strike 1.
Swanson, kind of a multi-sport athlete, does it all 3 seasons, fall, winter, and spring. Showing what he can do stepping up to the plate.
You know what's disgusting about that? He's good at all of them. The 0-1 missed down and away.
Just walk fast. I don't want you to kill yourself.
Swanee's a great kid.
Yeah, he's awesome. His mom is awesome, too.
Yeah, Lori, oh yeah.
Runs all the facilities at West Warwick.
Here's the 1-1 to Swanee. Ball missed downstairs.
All right, I'm still on Mike up top.
Carter holds the target around Swanson's waist.
All right.
Don't know where that one missed. Borderline high, maybe. It's 3-1. Left fielder Marley straight away for Swanson. Same story with Carter in center field and Milburn right. Here's a strike.
It looks like a lot of the guys are sitting in close to the plate. Looks like those that should be called balls are actually called strikes.
You are correct. Swanee takes ball 4.
Aggressive throw on the bat.
I remember when Matt Grenier and his brother Richard used to be the bat boys for the West Warwick team when Richard Sr. first started coaching.
Still can't.
Now look at them. Caden Denton squaring a bunt. Lynch just steps off and allows the coach, Rob Borgetta, to set his infield. Here's a stolen base attempt, and in easily at second base is Swanson.
So Denton trying to get in the heads of Lynch and Vages. Does. And allows Swanson to go and steal for second. First steal of the night for the Wizards.
Good 5-step lead over there by Swanson. Cannon pulled it back, took a strike.
And good defense.
He had a really
by the
nice football. I'm
Vikings.
sorry. He had a real nice football season, too. Second base side, ideal spot to hit the ball. Picked up by Brownell. They get the out, but on to third goes Swanson.
So a little sacrifice swing works in favor for Denton. As we go back to the top of the order, Pettis coming back up. And once again, Pettis and Swanson sharing the field this spring, also shared the field in the fall and the little football season, taking it all the way to the championship. But unfortunately losing in the championship.
That Middletown game was something. They played just a tremendous team that day. Pettis looks at ball one outside.
Were you there at that game, John?
Oh, I sure was.
That was a stupid question.
Nope, they ran into a buzzsaw. Here's the 1-0. Well struck, left center field. This is going to be good for extra bases. On to score without a problem is Swanson. Pettis on his way to second. He'll be held there with a double.
So the Wizards take a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. Beautiful swing from Pettis, and there is that, generating that offense that unfortunately he couldn't create on his first swing, creating it here now, sending that deep shot to the gate, allowing Swanson to come in and easily take that run in.
Far be it from me to second guess the play, but if you're the Rogers Brain Trust, why are you pitching to Josh Pettis with first base open and one out and a runner at second base? Nibble around the corners, try to get something outside, try to get him to fish so maybe the run doesn't score, but that thing was just crushed. Lawrence takes ball one. Zach struck out back in the first inning, the only strikeout victim by Matt Lynch.
Hopefully looking to turn that around here.
The other thing that I would do is set up a double play possibility. Pitch to Lawrence, followed back.
Call's not parked over there either.
A lot of that, though, what I was discussing was precipitated by the Wizards crowding the plate and creeping up on the plate as Lawrence is now, and as Pettis had done his first at bat. And Pettis will advance to third on a ball that went into the dirt, and Carter looked like he didn't even realize there was a runner aboard.
There's some sense in the way.
Yeah, just kind of taking his time to go and grab that ball, didn't even make an effort to throw it to third. Swanson in scoring position.
Yes, right there.
So Pettis the runner at third. Lawrence just needs to get the bat in the ball, takes the ball down low.
Stop moving the camera and just move. Stop moving the tripod and just move.
So Zach just needs to get any sort of contact he can, try and send that deep to try and get Pettis to go and tag up on that.
Infield playing back, willing to give up the run here for the out. Here's the pitch.
Move the whole thing to the left to switch.
Lawrence right on the ball, fouled it off.
Right there.
So definitely looking at that swing there. He's trying to swing for the fences, trying to send that as deep as possible, not trying to keep that in the infield for a
Yeah,
double
just-
play for the Vikings.
Just put it in play. You're not going to get a double play because they're just so far back.
To the right.
He's going to get a run home.
Right there. Right there. Right
That
there.
one's just chopped foul.
Tilt up just a smidge. Very, very little. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Yeah. Got it. Good.
All Lawrence really has to do here is get it by the pitcher, and it'll be a 3-0 game.
All right, pitch cam. I'm on.
Pettis will get a healthy lead.
Excellent job.
Coerced to do so by Matt Grenier. Another spoil by Lawrence.
So Zach still on
That's fine.
in the box, keeping this hitting streak alive
Oh, thank you.
for the Wizards.
I got it on vacation.
I believe we are 7 pitches deep.
I'm on pitch cam.
Pop up right field side. Coming in to make the play is the first baseman, Dufo. Pettis will just hang out at third base and yawn. 2 down.
You rider.
Lynch really needs to get Logan Dean here. Keep it at 2-0. Wizards have enough momentum right now. Dean takes ball 1. He needs to hit him with their 8 right now. Lynch needs to throw a strike. Carter needs to be a wall behind the plate. You don't want Josh Pettis scoring here.
And he's fast, too. You got to look out for that.
Running back speed. Too late. Here it comes.
There it is.
Just call me Nostradamus.
Yep. So just as we were talking about, looked like Carter could not get the ball, keep it in his glove, bounces a little bit behind him and the umpire, and that'll be a score for the Wizards, making the game 3-0.
And a wild pitch charged to Lynch.
So now no one on base.
2-0 to Dean. There, found the strike. If you're Lynch, you got to locate your fastball. And you got to move it around. Then you can work on the other stuff. Right now you're down 3-0. You need outs.
Another bit of a wild pitch for the Vikings.
Third batter hit by Matt Lynch.
And if you're the coach here, are you a little bit worried?
I'm very worried, especially the fact that I don't have anybody in the bullpen.
And as we have Coach Borgetta coming out to the mound, take a little talk to Lynch, try to get him to reset his mind, bring himself back down to reality.
Who's that first? Try to zoom in and get that. Zoom in and pan.
Ian Peacock was the first of the 3 batters who have been struck by the ball. Wizards with 1 in the first, 2 more in the second. Lynch is approaching 50 pitches.
It's a lot for the first 2 innings.
Yeah, sure is.
Well, we'll see if Lynch can reset his composure and try to bring the Vikings just out of this inning.
And I'm on pitch cam.
Logan Dean gets his lead. See that lead foot out on the cut? Good place to be. Carter feints the throw. It's a ball to Ian Peacock.
And if you're Dean here, do you try to steal second?
Not necessarily. Ball is popped virtually straight up. Down the line at third, the third baseman Donahue makes the call, falls but makes the catch for the third and final out. But the Wizards score 2 more runs on the strength of just 1 hit. 1 runner was left on base, and now at the end of 2 here at McCarthy Stadium, it's West Warwick 3, Rogers nothing. We go to the top of the third inning here at McCarthy Stadium, and Darren Carter will lead it off for Rogers, facing Logan Dean with the Wizards leading 3-0. The first hit is struck into left field for a base hit. A tweener gets Carter on the bag.
So it's definitely give or take swinging at the first pitch. Darren Carter ends up taking it, and it gets him on base.
Brother Trenton, batting from the right side, grounded to second his last time up. There's one in the same place. Twin brothers, identical hits. First and second for Rogers. And the Vikings are in business with their numbers 2, 3, and 4 batters coming to the plate. Darren Carter to second, Trent Carter to first.
Fate, as you may call it. Sometimes I always wish I had, a brother that was closer in age to me that I could play with, because those are always those special moments that you have that you can share with them, and it's usually a connection like no other on the court, field, wherever you are.
We're in the top of the third inning, almost halfway down.
Ben Borgetta walked and stole second, didn't get any further. Dean, the long look. Curveball missed outside. Somewhere in this menagerie of equipment, there's a glasses case. Oh, here it is. Don't get old, Chad. Don't get old. Fake to second.
I'll try not to. Can only last for so long.
This time, Lawrence just shaded maybe 8 or 9 feet to the opposite field. Squared a bunt. Took a ball after he pulled it back. Borgetta up in the count 2-0.
Close for Borgetta there. Pull it back just in time. Look from here, almost looked like it could have been a strike.
And the pitch is a called strike.
I'm on you, Ryder. Yeah.
Now, if you're Dean, are you worried about the runner going the third?
No. You get a 3-run lead. He's not going to mean very much. And your offense is clicking. Borgetta skipped rope on the low pitch. The one thing you want to concentrate on if you're Logan Dean is throwing strikes. You don't want to load the bases for the best hitters on the team, Donahue and Brownell.
Yes, you want to keep that pitch in the strike zone. Can't allow anything big here.
Dean is ready. So is Borgetta. And the pitch. Struck well to center field, but Lawrence has a lot of room. Will make the catch. He hits Pettis effortlessly with the cutoff. There's one down.
So good job for Zach. Shading out to the right a little bit. Ended up working out in his favor. Hit it right to that spot. Gets that the first out for the Wizards. And Dean just got to find the inside of the box.
So the can of corn puts the first down in the scorebook. And here's Donahue, who did just the same thing that Borgetta just did. A sky fly to Zach Lawrence. That was back in the first. Dean to look at the runner at second, Carter. And he threw a strike.
Good little breaking ball from Dean. Stunning the hitter. Making the count 0-1.
And you were worried about seeing if you can determine what was a breaking ball and what was a fastball. Sandbagging me, are you, Chad? That one's fouled off. It's 0-2.
Getting better at it. I mean, we got a beautiful view right here. Straight on.
Except for the chicken wire.
I'm about to just take this glass off and start cutting through it. Should have brought some pliers with us.
Oh, Eric White says there's a way to get them off, so we'll have to do that next time we're around. Here's the pitch to Connor Donahue. Ground ball. That's a tweener. That's a base hit. This will bring in one run. Nobody's covering third, so the runner will advance to that's Trent Carter over the third. Donahue in with a RBI single. It's a 3-1 game.
So runners on first and third. One Carter going in. The other stays on third. Donahue also posting up on first. Opted to not go to second. Smart move by him and the first base coach.
And Rich Grenier goes out to talk to Logan Dean.
So it seems like Dean's in a little position that Lynch was in, pitcher for the Rogers, was in last inning, but seems like it's a little bit more fast-paced compared to where Lynch was.
Richard Grenier.
Dean throwing less pitches.
That visit was basically to calm Logan down a little bit, say, hey, look, you still got a 2-run lead. You are facing one of the better hitters. You struck him out last time. Go do it again. Execute your pitches. That's what it's all about.
Sometimes it's all you need.
Expect Donahue to run to second. He's on his way now. Then we'll just get it right to the pitcher. That is not a stolen base. That is catcher's indifference.
Denton not even worried about that.
You're not credited to being fast. Second and third now. What it does do is it puts a tying run in scoring position with two down, with the one down here and the third.
Somebody on third.
Brownell is going to look to try and drive that just deep anywhere. Try and get these two runners in scoring position in.
Had a healthy cut, but took his head off the ball.
So counts 0-2. If I'm Dean, I'm just going to try to do what's been working, try to get to Brownell. If he gets a touch on that, fouls it, then switch to a breaking ball. But if I were him right now, I just stick to that fastball.
Denton knows what got him last time. He's setting it up outside. The pitch by Dean missed outside.
Good eye on Brownell, not swinging on that. Still has 3 balls to work with.
And the one thing you want to do if you Dean is you want to give Denton something he can handle here so that the runner doesn't score on a wild pitch or a pass ball.
We've seen a lot of that tonight.
And the delivery. Strike 3 called. Got him. Caught the outside corner, and there were 2 down. Dean has struck out the cleanup hitter in the Rogers lineup twice.
So definitely for the Wizards, you're definitely a little bit more lax now. Still on your toes, but definitely breathing a little bit more of a sigh of relief as you only have 1 out left to deal with.
Lynch, no slouch at the plate. Fly ball toward Lawrence. Zach will run on to get a nice jump. Came in to make the catch, and the inning comes to an end. But the Vikings come up with 1 run on 3 hits. They strand 2 runners in scoring position. We'll go to the bottom of the third here at McCarthy Stadium. The Wizards leading 3-1. Back at McCarthy Stadium, the Rogers Vikings down 3-1, taking the field here in the bottom of the third. Fretz, Carrillo, Rivera, Swanson, Denton. The bottom half of the Wizard order. The Wizards 3 runs, 2 hits. They have 4 men left on base. 1 run on 4 hits. 4 men left on base for the Vikings.
So Wizards escaping from almost a huge exclamation point, top of the third, excuse me, but Dean capitalizing and Lawrence making great play, striding, using the long legs of his to make that catch into short center field to end the inning. And Wizards still up 3-1. Still looking to generate something here, trying to grab that lead.
Cody Fretz knocked in the first run of the game with a strong double to the right center field gap. Tried to go that way again and fouled it off. It's strike 1. So think about the 3 plays that we've seen Lawrence make already. He cut down the left center field gap on 1 fly ball. Second one was right at him, so we won't count that one. The third one, he had to run 20, 25 feet in to grab. Well struck into the gap into left field, and it's going to be caught by the left fielder, Cole Marley.
Looked like it was almost a bit of miscommunication between the outfielders there. There's kind of, you going to take it, you going to take it, but looked like, Trenton Carter ended up taking the heat on that one.
Here's Carullo. There's ball 1.
Yeah. You're breaking up. What?
2-0.
You're still breaking up, huh?
Trenton Carter out in center field now, pulled over to the pull side.
For what? Okay.
Healthy rip by Carullo, ended up with nothing but air. It's 2-1.
Yeah, last time Carullo was up to the plate, pulled that ball to the left side, so good call by Vages, shading it more left to the outfield. Let's see if Dom will hit this opposite.
Lynch the look, the long wind, and it's fouled off. So he should be at 2-2.
Dom swinging outside of his body, able to chip a little piece of the bat, getting that a foul ball there.
Lynch ready again. Grounded to third, picked up by Donahue. Across the diamond to Dufo, 2 down.
So there's that pull from Carullo again. Second of the night. Sorry, the late afternoon. And couldn't generate anything for the Wizards.
Joe Rivera skied the center fielder Trenton Carter back in the first inning. Lynch can use an inning like this. He had 51 pitches thrown at the end of 2, unofficially. Threw strike 1 to Rivera.
So center fielder Trenton Carter still shifted to the left against batter Joe Rivera.
The right fielder Milburn shallow and right, as he should be. Lynch nearly struck another one.
That would have been his 4th of the night.
Another really nice day. Good day for baseball.
I don't know, beautiful weather. Not too windy. Sun's out.
Was not the case when they played Juanita Sanchez. It was cold and raw and it stunk.
Those are the worst.
Yep. Here's a strike. I remember playing Charahoe. Was in the third base coach's box. This goes back a little bit of a ways, back in the 1900s. It snowed. We played through snowfall. Here's ball 4.
Was that in the New England area?
It was right here on McCarthy Field.
So that explains the snow. unpredictable weather around here. That's why I chose to play an indoor sport, because I didn't want to deal with all this.
This may be it for Lynch. Slow trot being taken to the mound. And we'll see what Coach Borgetta decides to do.
Okay.
And Lynch has walked a few tonight, also hit a few tonight. Hasn't generated anything with the bat either.
This looks like a Senate caucus.
Come on.
They're going to leave him in.
Yep. Good. I'm gonna go right here. Pay attention. Are you listening to music right now? Okay.
And you got to understand the pressure, too, that Lynch is up against right now, facing a 7-0 Wizards coming in at 6-2 themselves. As we could see a preview of deep into the playoff run between these two teams. Yeah, it looks like Lynch just needs to get his mojo back together.
I don't know why they gave him a couple of warm-up pitches. I don't know if he was complaining about some stiffness, maybe his knees or his legs or his arms or whatever. But they gave him a couple of pitches just to warm up and make sure he was okay.
Maybe that's what he needed.
Not to say that there was any gamesmanship involved by any means, but I'll get to that thought in a moment. There's ball one. You know, you notice something and you go to the umpire, you say, you know, like, it looks like he's got a little bit of a tweak. Can I get him a couple of warm-ups? And then you walk up to the pitcher and say, hey, listen, throw your curveball a couple of times to make sure you can break it up to the plate. That probably didn't happen, but it's sneaky enough that it does happen sometimes. There's a strike, it's 1-1. Swanee walked and stole second back in the second inning, scoring the second of the 3 Wizard runs in a 3-1 game. Hit and run on, Swanson reached out and made some contact, but in foul territory near the Rogers dugout.
So Joe Rivera again antsy on that first base line. Hit foul ball, was already at second by the time it hit the bleachers. So I wonder if we see steal from the Wizards here.
Well, he just went hit and run. I wouldn't think he's going to do anything here. Lynch pays attention to him. Through strike 3, Swanson looking. And that'll do it for the Wizards in the third. No runs, no hits, 1 left. We'll go to the fourth here at McCarthy Stadium. The Wizards still leading 3-1. (3-1) West Warwick here in the top of the fourth inning. And Cole Marley on for his second at bat against Logan Dean. Here, ladies and gentlemen, Chad Rondo.
Thank you, John. So we have Marley stepping up to the batter's box.
Yes.
looking to generate something for the Vikings here. Ball's thrown. That will be strike clipping the right side of the batter's box. Ball thrown, hits into the second base gap. Beautiful catch by Joe Rivera, getting out Cole Morley on the throw, making that 1 out for the Wizards. Schreiber stepping up to the plate. Left-handed DH for the Vikings. Last time up, ended up popping it over Dean to get a hit. And he will take ball 1. So with the Vikings still down 3-1 here at the top of the 4th, have to generate something here, have to get some sort of momentum as the Wizards have it all. Speaking of that hit, that is sent deep middle. Zach taking a few steps to the right and making the catch on the center field fly out. Make that the second out of the inning. So we're on pose to a quick inning here. As Rob Dufault, first baseman, steps up to the plate. Dean seeming more composed than he did last inning. Here's the pitch. Ball is sent up and high. Seemed like he tried to get curveball, breaking ball in there, but just didn't end up breaking low. Count is 1-0. No man on base. And here's the pitch. Denton spotting it up. Strike 1. Denton doing a great job in the catcher's position, trying to let anything past him. Has been doing a good job of that all night. Dean with the pitch, swing and a miss for Dufault. Trying to swing for the fences there. 2 outs down, nothing to lose here. But like the Wizards in the bottom of the second, down 2 outs, ended up getting men on base, getting the bases loaded and getting 2 runs there, so you never know. Ball thrown wild to the right, making the count 2-2. Dean trying to get Dufault chasing to the outside. He did not bite. Last time was a fly out. Dufault was up to left field.
You're looking good. I'm on you, and I'm switching between you and Ryder. Once the ball's thrown, I go to Ryder.
And taking some time. Stepping off the mound.
He's waving to you. Sorry.
Is the pitch hit down the gap over the second base line. That is going to be Lawrence scooping it up. And that'll be a single and a hit for Rod Dufault, bringing in Darren Carter, the catcher, stepping up to the plate. So this is exactly what happened to the Wizards in the bottom of the second. Got a man on first, and from there ended up scoring 2 runs. Vikings are going to look to do that here. Pitch is thrown, hit, same spot over the second baseman, Joe Rivera. Dufault holds up at second. 2 batters, 2 hits for the Vikings. Stepping up is Darren's twin brother, Trenton Carter, center fielder. Last time these 2 boys were up, they ended up getting Darren through around the diamond, through the home plate. And Trenton going to try and do that here, bringing us back to the top of the rotation. On deck, Borgetta. And it looks like they bring in a pinch runner for the Vikings. Number 5, Oscar Garduno Jr. So definitely with this pinch runner, that should bring up flashing lights, warning signs for the Wizards that they're going to want to get something quick and fast here. So you're going to have to be watching third base there, Cody Fretz. And Dean, you get ready to pitch to Trenton Carter. And steps off for a moment. Beautiful weather here on this Friday afternoon. Beautiful day for baseball. Ball is thrown, swing, grounded right in front of Dean. Easy throw, easy catch. Dean the Peacock, as that will end us, bringing us to the bottom of the 4th. The Vikings couldn't generate anything here. And from McCarthy Field, the Wizards are up 3-1.
We go to the bottom of the 4th. Logan Dean escapes a little bit of trouble. Still leads it 3-1. As Hayden Younger comes in to pitch in relief of Matt Lynch for Rogers High School. Here with the call at the bottom of the 4th. Once again, Chad Rondo.
And welcome back, John. I hope you enjoyed your long walk along the beach, collecting some rocks, some seashells. Add to the collection.
Those who have followed my career know exactly where I was. But it's nice to have somebody as knowledgeable and as good as you to allow me to do that. So thank you.
And words coming from you, I really appreciate that. It means a lot. So here we go. Stepping up to the plate for the Wizards is Caden Denton, catcher. And ball's thrown to the dirt. Ball 1 for the Wizards.
You've already learned a valuable lesson of play-by-play, my friend. Push me over and make sure you can read the scorebook from where you're sitting.
So here we go. Younger with the pitch. Into the dirt for ball 2.
I'm getting old, you know. We're going to need somebody when you get out of college and you graduate from URI. I'll be 70-something and feel free to do this again.
You're like a day over 30.
You're so kind.
That's a strike there for Hayden Younger making the count 2-1.
Actually, I meant to say, you're such a liar.
Caden grounding it right in front of Younger, and that's going to be an easy out for the Vikings, almost running over the ankles of first baseman Rob Dufault.
Yeah, you know, I don't know how easy that was. That was a challenging play because you have to come off the rubber, you have to regain your You're balanced. You have to run over, make the play, call the catcher off, and then throw to first. Only beat it by about a step and a half.
And in that position, would you rather have the catcher or the pitcher get that ball?
The pitcher is supposed to call the catcher off if he can make the play. It's a little bit easier play for the pitcher. This ball went to Pettis. But as opposed to the catcher fielding it, I never liked catchers fielding it with a plate on their hand, basically. That's why they made the glove.
Ball 2 for Pettis.
Think Rogers has learned their lesson? You don't pitch to Josh Pettis? That crushing double he had in the second inning is proof.
Young with the windup, and that's Younger's first hit of the night on Josh Pettis. 4th of the game for Rogers. Definitely not, I'm assuming, in their game plan for tonight. But obviously you can't control that. Just hope that doesn't follow in the footsteps of Lynch as he did prior in this game.
But, they're in their head because they're all up on the plate. They're all crowding the plate. They're all taking the inside portion of the plate away.
As Younger steps off for a moment.
Pettis means business over there at first. He's got one large lead.
And he already did record a steal tonight already. And there we go, trying to go for number 2. Can they make it? And that is going to get out of the glove of second baseman Badwell. And Pettis is going to steal that base. Using that, like you said, prior running back speed. Learned that in football. Applying it here to baseball here.
First of all, he had like a 4-step lead, which is 1 step more than you usually get at first base. Now we've got a problem, and coming over to talk about it is the coach of Rogers High School, and I have no idea what this is. This is why we should mic up umpires during a game. Get to work on that, Eric White, will you?
Yes, sir.
And it could be a challenge. Umps gathering together to talk something over. Something that Rogers' coach saw.
I can't even tell you what it's about. Not a clue.
So Ryder, you're on Josh Pettis, who's on second base. Ryder.
Seems like it does, as we're hearing from the box back here, having to do something with a bunt.
Batter's interference, maybe?
And it looks like nothing's going to be called here. Pettis stays where he is. And Lawrence back in the batter's box. Count is 1-0 with 1 out. Here at the bottom of the 4th, Wizards up 3-1.
You're breaking up. Text me.
Young with the pitch, showing a bunt. Unfortunately, can't make it out to there. 1-1 is the call.
I've got to believe that question dealt with batter's interference and whether or not Zach interfered with by turning out the vision of the catcher, Carter. Getting his shoulders in the way.
Younger looking back at Pettis. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for Lawrence, making that strike 2.
Zach's just trying to get the bat in the ball, trying to get the ball over to the right side to move Pettis along to third.
And with 1 out, he can do so. Looking to accomplish here. Still shading the inside of the box. It's a pitch. Pettis going to third. Swing to shortstop. And looked like that could be an error from the shortstop. And it is. Wild pitch thrown. First baseman trying to chase it down. But that's going to bring Pettis in to score for the Wizards. And Lawrence to second base on wild plays from the infield of Rogers. Score is up 4-1. Wizards are leading here in the top of the 4th. Sorry, excuse me, bottom of the 4th.
And I'm going to charge a double error to the shortstop Borgetta simply because the initial error was the bobble at shortstop, which allowed Lawrence to reach first. The second error on the throw, which allowed Pettis to come home. A rare play, but At least in my judgment, the right call.
So here is pitcher Logan Dean following that back. On the deck, first baseman Ian Peacock.
Threw a seat to the pitcher, the new pitcher, Younger.
Deja? No, Leah.
And here come the lights of McCarthy Field. Not very needed, but can't hurt, I guess. Ball fouled back into the stands. There goes someone else's car.
These new lights are great. I mean, the new LED style lights. When they had the old ones here, we used to take 4 or 5 minutes just for them to warm up.
Were they the spotlights?
These are super.
Look very high tech.
They were originally installed in 1994.
So definitely due for an upgrade.
Yeah. Technology changed a lot, too, since then.
I'm sure these are all remote controlled now. You can probably make them red, white, blue, yellow, brown, whatever you want. So Dean, 0-2 with 1 out. And it looks like the ball's going to be hit to the second baseman. It's going to be out at first, but it looks like Zach Lawrence is going to bring it home for the Wizards, rounding thirds from second. Wizards are up 5-1, bottom of the fourth.
What a great call by Matt Grenier to get Lawrence around third and send the runner home. And, of course, with Zach's speed and those 6'5" legs, it only takes him maybe 12 strides to get to the plate. But on a slow roller like that to get Dean, an excellent call by Grenier, excellent execution by Lawrence, who was barreling on in, and the Wizards grab another run.
As umpire calling time, Ian Peacock stepping up to the plate. After him, third baseman Cody Fetts. And Ian's already been through some damage here, getting hit. Back his first plate appearance, ball 1.
Yes. What?
So Younger, the pitcher that's in right now, another junior on the team. It's a ball that he just threw there. And as you were saying, gearing up for next season. Obviously still going to want to try to win this season, but do you plan these for this season, or do you try and plan for next season?
No, you play to win today. What I was just saying is that they're going to be so set up for some success next year because they've got 425 juniors on their roster. And this is going to be a very formidable team next year, and they're going to get some help.
Ball fouled back by Ian. And 2's across the boards. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for the Wizards. Younger trying to get Ian off the box and just get this inning out and done. So that the Vikings can generate some offense. Pitch is thrown out left on a low changeup. Count is 3-2. So Younger might try to get Ian chasing. Ball is thrown inside. Walk for Ian Peacock.
Follow him to first, Ryder.
And stepping up to the plate, third baseman Cody Fetts.
There's an old adage in baseball that says, walks kill. If you count the hit batsman who was struck by a pitch and scored, out of West Warwick's 5 runs, 3 of them have been from players who walked or were hit.
So definitely a lot of damage there for the Vikings. Obviously not something they expected. And we have a pinch runner coming in for the Wizards. I believe, is that number 19, John Rice? So making his appearance tonight.
New guy, pinch runner.
And Cody Fetts stepping up to the plate. Hoping to get John all the way around the diamond. Not taking too much of a lead. Younger throws the ball. That's going to be hit to shortstop. Ball thrown across the diamond, and Cody Fetts is going to get there safe for the Wizards, advancing John to second.
I don't know why he didn't go to second for the force, but that's going to be an infield hit for Fretz.
And stepping up left fielder Dominic Carollo, followed by Rivera and Swanson. And Dom has a runner in scoring position. What would you try to shoot for here if you're the coach?
Coach Rogers or Coach West Warwick?
Coach West Warwick.
I may, well, let's see, with Rice on at second base, I may try for a double steal. Try and get as much of a lead as possible. Nobody covered for Rogers on that first pitch. So you get what you can. And Matty's aggressive. Matty will do stuff like that. He'll pull Rice another step or two. Another step or two. Second baseman will slouch off. Didn't have enough to get to third that time.
Carollo pops it up, shallow right. And a catch by Milborough that'll retire the fourth, which will bring us into the top of the fifth. From McCarthy Fields, the Wizards up 5-1, scoring 2 this inning as we lead into break. Welcome back to West Warwick coverage from McCarthy Fields between West Warwick Wizards and the Roger Vikings. I'm Chad, joined by John Parenti, and the Wizards are up 5-1 with a change in pitching as we have freshman Mason Hunt coming in for senior Logan Dean.
Ben Borgetta will lead it off here in the Vikings' fifth. Borgetta, Donahue, and Brownell, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Vikings lineup. West Warwick, 5 runs, 3 hits, the 2 doubles, and then the single by Fretz.
And Borgetta's last time up, fly ball to center field. Hoping to get something different here. New pitch, new face, new pitching styles. First pitch by Mason Hunt. Strike 1 for the Wizards.
You stealing my inning?
Is this your inning?
Not now. Beforehand, we talked about, okay, you take the first one, I'll take the next 2, you take the next 2. That would lead us to the 5th. Right? No, this is your inning.
No, yeah, I was going to say, this is my inning.
I'm just old.
Unbelievable. Taken away from the youth.
I'm sorry.
Mason Hunt with the pitch. A little bit of check swing, and not going to call him on that. As going to bring it to 2-2 on the count.
I'm going to a volleyball game just to heckle you soon.
I'm looking forward to it.
Cover the middle, Chad.
Swing foul ball for Borgetta.
Do they still call that the 0 zone?
They do call it the 0, so yeah.
And you thought I knew nothing.
Hey, you know it all, I guess. So I won't question you on that. I won't heckle you on that.
No, I don't.
Ball thrown out wide right. And it's going to bring up a 3-2 count for Mason Hunt. When you do show up, I'll make sure to put on a performance for you. And it's swing and a miss for Borgetta. Strike one for Hunt.
I'm going to lean on Mr. White next time he does a men's volleyball game to try to get me there. Hopefully it coordinates with my schedule.
I heard that.
Hey, we still have no broadcast this year from them, so.
We do have you are going to have one. We're going to do one for you.
I want to know when it is.
Okay. I'll let you know. Awesome.
If I can make it, I'm there.
So Donahue up to the plate. Ball sent deep middle. Zach Lawrence is there. Kind of just jogging, making the catch. 2 outs for Rogers.
So on that one, Zach did everything wrong. Took a step in when the ball was going out. Then he realized the ball was heading over his head.
Good job, Ryan.
So he recovered in plenty of time, and he made it look easy.
Good job, Mike.
Boy, is he a good center fielder.
Well, thankfully, he's 8'7", and he can
Yeah.
do that. So stepping up to the plate, Brownell. First is going to be a strike.
That exaggeration is known around these parts as a parentheism.
You even got terms coined after you. And that is going to be popped straight, almost straight up. Could be going out, but it's not. And it looks like the catcher could not get that.
That's Ian's ball. Even Ian gave up on it too early. And by the way, he's back in the lineup after being re-entered. But you got to be a little bit more aggressive, especially with nobody on and nothing to lose. Go get that ball.
And that was number 7, Nick Andrew Chow, at the catcher position. And Hunt throws that right to make the call 2-2. Andrew Chow setting it up right. Hunt does exactly what he needs to do. And excuse me, the call right here now is 2-2. 2's up across the board. 2 strikes, 2 balls, and 2 outs.
What confidence of Richard Grenier to have 2 freshmen in a critical part of the ball game against the number 2 team in the division.
And that ball is hit deep middle again, straight to Lawrence. And that's going to be against the back wall. I don't know what Lawrence is doing there. And that's going to be a triple for Brownwell, the second baseman.
I got to believe that he get that one caught in that he lost it in the sun. I'm going to go out. Matter of fact, as you're talking, I'm going to go out and see where that sun is, because I've got to believe that if you're Zach Lawrence and you've got the dark glasses on, you lost that ball in the sun. So you continue. I'm going to go take another little walk, but only for about 35 seconds.
Let's go see if he brings back any more knickknacks from his little walk. Maybe a few blades of grass. And the ball is hit down the left field line and can't get past the plate fair. That is going to bring up 1-1 the count. Excuse me, 0-1 the count.
The verdict is yes.
No, we were all anticipating that. So it seemed like it was in the face of Zach Lawrence. Ball 1 for number 4 on Rogers. Hayden Younger, the pitcher. Is it blaring sun out there?
Yeah, not a cloud in the sky. You can actually see Zach's glasses from where we sit. We're 300 feet away plus.
Ball 2 for the Wizards.
Pitch cam is out right now until the battery.
They really need this run. They need Younger to be big right here.
Runner in scoring position. That's going to be a ball 3 for Hunt. Younger wouldn't want to take the walk here, but could still prove useful for the Vikings. Here we go. Ball hit. Middle again. Lawrence getting a lot of action this inning, running, and there can see the ball lost the hat. And that'll retire the sides for the Wizards here in the top of the 5th. Wizards up 5-1 here at McCarthy Fields against the Vikings. And we will be right back.
In the coach's box. Now hearing it from the entire Wizard bench.
And swing and a miss for Rivera. That'll be out number 1 for the Wizards.
All right, hold on.
And that'll also be strikeout number 1 for Younger.
Okay, tell her to call.
And stepping up to the plate, Carl Swanson. It's been busy tonight.
Hello. Hey.
Hits a foul ball towards the right side out of the field. 0-1 is the call. And there's definitely a lot more chirping in this sport than there is in most others. A lot from the benches you can hear, a lot of screaming, a lot of yelling, a lot of chants, a lot of banging.
Second only to softball.
Ball sent deep right out of the field. Foul ball for Carl Swanson. 0-2 is the count.
Just press it.
So the Wizards here in the bottom of the 5th. Swanson still shading the inside of the plate. Here's the pitch. And takes it out for ball 1.
This organized chant that the Wizards have had for the last few games that I've been here Very unique to the sport of baseball.
And ball is sent, kind of shading right in between the two outfielders, and that's going to drop in between them. Swanson rounding second. Could take it to third, and does. With that speed of his, he does get it to third. As Matt Grenier telling him to hold up at third. That is a triple for Carl Swanson, and that puts the Wizards in a scoring position.
Swanee hit it right where he had to because the center fielder was playing him so far to the pull side, and he just dropped it the opposite way. And the right fielder, as he should be taught, Milburn, taught to make sure to get to the line, and he just hit the gap. And the rest is history.
So stepping up to the plate, freshman number 17, Nick Andrewchow, hits that left gap, and it does drop. And that is going to bring Swanee in to score. Andrewchow holds up at first, leading the Wizards up 6-1 here in the bottom of the fifth.
Andrewchow's for real. He's going to be a great, great player. One of the best catchers since the days of Morgan Witherspoon back in the 90s. And this kid's got it all.
I agree, and you see the confidence, like you said earlier, of Richard Grenier putting in two freshmen, and obviously has so much trust in Andrewchow, and obviously proving why. And stepping up to the plate is Josh Pettis, taking it for ball one.
And as far as speed is concerned, Andrewchow is atypical. He can motor. He's got a nice lead over there at first.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see it here. Throw back to first. Safe is the call. And it looks like Younger is looking out for that.
You don't want to get into that dangerous territory where you get the run rule coming into play.
But I also wouldn't worry too much about Andrewchow as you have Pettis up to bat, thrown back to first from the catcher. Safe is the call. 2-0 for Pettis.
Good secondary lead by Andrewchow at first base as well. You don't see that an awful lot. He's been schooled very, very well.
So 2-0 for Pettis. Younger with the pitch. That'll be ball number 3. And I think Younger is worrying a little bit too much about Andrewchow on first, not paying too much about the batter in front of him. Obviously not going to want to pitch down the zone for Pettis, and does so right here as Pettis just takes a strike down the middle on the breaking ball. 3-1 is the count. Andrewchow still with the big lead. Shifting over, and that'll bring up ball number 4 for Pettis. As that'll be a walk, sending Andrewchow to second, Pettis to first. And coming up to bat is number 14, Zach Lawrence on deck. It's Cole Marley. So Zach in the box. Active tonight, more on the defensive sides. And we'll take ball 1. Kind of a wild pitch from Younger. Good recovery from the catcher.
Lawrence dribbled that ground ball to Borchetta last time. Borchetta fumbled it and threw it away for the double error, if you remember.
And another wild pitch from Younger, advancing the runners, a base over. Andrewchow to third, Pettis to second. Zach still has yet to take a swing here. And good recovery from Darren Carter.
Well, with one down, here comes that opportunity to get the ball to the right side of you, Zach Lawrence. Get the bat on it, make a few more good things happen.
So first baseman Robert Dufault stepping over, talking to his pitcher. He's kind of giving him a pat on the back like, hey, you got this. Calm down a little bit. Just focus on what you've been working on. Focus on getting the ball over the plate. And we'll take care of the rest. So Younger reading the signal from Carter. Here's the pitch. And that'll bring up ball 3.
I know the camera's in a perfect position, so when you get up, if you get up there now, don't move it. So
3-0 is the count for Lawrence. Should see a pitch over the plate here. As doesn't get the clip the bottom of the box. And that'll walk Zach Lawrence. Bases loaded.
Now this could be it for Younger.
Mason Hunt on deck. Pitcher for the Wizards. As we have Coach Borgetta coming out to talk to Younger.
All right. Turn the camera off, turn it back on, make sure everything's plugged in where it needs to be, and that the wireless thing on top is plugged in.
And if you're the coach for Rogers here, what are you telling the pitcher here?
If I'm Tony Borgetta, I'm telling my infield what they need to do with one out. You don't want to extend the lead more than what it is. But you get into double play depth, and you tell Mr. Younger, hey, look, I need you to get it out here. I know you got the number 3 man at the plate.
The thing from the camera, you know the little thing that goes on the side?
Some ball in the dirt for ball 1.
Challenge him and throw a strike.
And he's been unable to do so the last 6 pitches.
In the front there, it's in.
Across 3 different batters.
Take it out.
Hoping to look to do so here. Obviously doesn't want to give up anything deep here. And it looks like he might over the shortstop. That's going to bring in 1, maybe 2. Matt Grenier telling the run on second to go through. And that'll advance runners to second and third. 2 runs for the Wizards, bringing them up 8-1.
Josh Pettis is so fast he nearly caught Andrew Chow at the plate.
So stepping up to the box, left-hander number 6, Ian Peacock, first baseman.
I think Zach Lawrence twisted an ankle on his way to third. Maybe when he hit the bag, he's in pain. Being attended to by Matt Grenier.
Yeah, he's down on the ground right now.
The other end, you know, the plug, the one that goes into.
Let's hope it's nothing too serious, but he is holding his head in
No,
pain.
he turned an ankle. Matt's working on that left ankle. Actually, it's a right ankle.
Now, is the camera
Maybe a knee.
you turn the camera on and off, is it all the way?
That's the problem with being a taller athlete, is the fact that you're more sustainable to more injuries like this. And we've seen from on the NBA side of Victor Wembanyama, he's been like a huge lead through for trying to worry about, you know, like keeping your muscles strong. And I know he's sprained his ankles in like few games this season and just got right back up. And you know, as a big man, you gotta be able to condition.
No, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. So it gets through.
You know, if this is a more serious injury and Zach Lawrence has to miss a couple of games, it's going to take a dent into the Wizards' defense because he's so quick. It just eats up the gaps. And now we'll see as more come over to attend to him. No, he's going to get up on his own.
Hobbling off
That's
the
good.
field.
That's good news.
Yes.
It's on media instead of camera.
Although he did favor the right leg.
Okay. Was it on media before? Okay, that's why.
So pinch runner, understandably coming in for Lawrence. I believe looks like to me maybe number 5, Andrew Burt, Anthony Burt.
Anthony Burt.
Plugged in.
And Burt last year did a lot for the Wizards deep in their playoff run on the pitching side.
And again, last year he did that as a freshman. And he is their closer.
So that's now going to keep him in the center field position.
Or is that Zach Labonte?
It's hard to make out from here. Maybe if this chicken wire wasn't in front of
Yeah.
us, we'd be able to make it out. But
What? Yeah, but I'm just seeing a black screen right here, so.
Can't even make it out with the binoculars. Provided to us by the Eric White. And ball 1 taken by Ian Peacock.
We'll watch when he goes back to third base after he takes his lead.
And the ball is hit. Looks like it's going to be a foul ball.
Yeah, that's Labonte, I believe.
All right, so it is Zach LeBlanti coming in for Zach Lawrence, who's being tended to in the dugout. Here's the pitch. Ball number 2 for Ian Peacock, bringing the count 2-1 with 1 out. Players on second and third, both in scoring position. And that ball's inside. And it looks like ended up hitting Ian. They're going to send him the first. And that's the second time Ian's been hit tonight. First by Lynch on his first hit. And now by Younger here in the bottom of the 5th. So stepping up to the plate, number 20, third baseman, Cody Fretz. Men all on base. Just has to hit it deep here. Not hoping for a double play. Taking ball 1.
Younger's getting tired.
Ball thrown over the plate. Ball 2.
This is not the time where you want to just try to find the plate. Not with this Cody Fretz up.
Here's a pitch down the third base line. Going to be caught by the third baseman. Going to get the out on third with the force out.
It's a good play by Donahue.
Labonte's going to come in to score for the Wizards.
That is a really good play by Donahue.
Yeah, definitely more damage could have been done there.
Go to second, actually.
Good job from him controlling the ball.
Just getting to it first. Had to go into foul territory to reach for the ball. And then beat Hunt to third. That's a big play. If it gets by him, you're talking 2 runs, still 1 out. And the game's out of control. Not that it isn't right now. With the Wizards leading 9-1.
So stepping up to the plate is now number 5, Anthony Burt, sophomore. Runners on first and second. And is going to take strike 1.
Yes. Yep.
Burt batting for Carullo. I think Anthony's probably going to come in to pitch. And Labonte's going to go to the outfield. May move Swanson to center. We'll see.
You rider right now.
So that's ball 1 for the Wizards. Here's the pitch. Swung down to the shortstop. Hopped right over him. And that's going to bring in Ian Peacock to come and score for the Wizards.
Had Donahue not made that play, this game would be over by the run rule.
Yep.
10-1 is the score. Wizards up. And if you're Rogers right now, you're just going to get out of this inning. You're just going to get back out there in the batter's box.
Okay.
Run is still on first and second. Pitch is thrown. And that is number 18, Joseph Rivera.
This inning started innocuously enough when Rivera struck out.
So he takes the ball there, making the count 1-1. Still runners on first and second.
What? No, nothing.
Here's a pitch inside, ball 2.
Yep. Yep.
Still no mound visit from Coach Borgetta.
Yeah, it's not working.
I don't know if Tony's got anybody left. They've had 2 games already this week.
It's another wild pitch, almost hitting Rivera. Count is 3-1.
Last time Tony went out there to talk to Younger, he was probably saying, hey, you got to suck it up. You got to give me an inning. We'll piece it together after that, but I need you right here.
So he's able to do so with the pitch. And that is going to be a walk for Joe Rivera. Bases loaded once again. And it looks like stepping up to the plate, number 45, Wilma Montilla Cruz. And it seems like the Wizards just trying to get everyone in rotation now. I mean, they can with this comfortable lead that they have.
I love Wilmer.
He's such a great guy.
What an attitude. Nothing phases this kid. Nothing.
You need a guy like him on every team.
Yep. He keeps them loose in the dugout. Last year, 7 for his first 7.
If I do the math right, that's 100%.
You're correct. He was hitting 1,000. Every time Richard threw him in, it was magic.
Tilt down, right?
So let's see if he's able to create some Wilma Montilla magic here.
Montilla magic. Listen to you.
So bases loaded. Younger with the pitch. That is going to be kind of a wild pitch, but Carter's able to keep control of it. Younger running to home plate to cover for him. And it looks like Carter's talking to his pitcher. And the dugouts for West Warwick is loving this from Montilla out here. Love the support that they give all these players out here on the field. The bond that they have is like no other.
I'm waiting for the Hey 4-5 cheer. I think Wilmer has the highest number of any West Warwick baseball player ever.
Wow. And here's the pitch, swing and a miss for Wilmer, making the count 1-1.
Took a rip there. My broadcast partner on radio, Johnny Boots, used to say he looked like Cecil Fielder.
Pitch inside, way inside. Wilmer having to sidestep out of it, making the count 2-1.
Follow the guy home from third, and just stay at home.
And that ball is hit deep left. And it's going to be caught by the defense. And that's going to retire the sides.
Keeps the game alive.
Okay.
Wizards are up 10-1 here at McCarthy Fields. And we will see you after this break.
We go to the top of the 6th inning with Rogers trailing 10-1. It's ball 1 to Cole Marley. So Anthony Bird has come on to play left field. Labonte is in center. Luke Gallo is in right field, and that one's fouled off. Hunt looking to keep the score where it is and hope his teammates can get a run to end the game in 6. Rogers escaped just a couple of things. The Donahue play, which was big. Ground ball to third. Frets across the diamond. There's one down. Why are you staring at me, young man?
Sorry about that.
10 plus 1 is 11. If they get a run, it's 11-1. 10-run rule. Game's over.
Yep.
Okay.
So it seemed like Peacock lost his footing a little bit there, leading the runner to be safe.
Charge an error. So Marley is on. Schreiber at the plate. Got to look at one. I mean, you're down by 9. You need a win. Don't offer the first strike. That one missed downstairs. So Marley ends up on first base after the miscue.
Wonder if we can see any more stolen bases. And it looked like he wanted to go.
To Rivera at second. They get the lead runner, but not the double play.
And that was a beautiful pickup there by Joe Rivera. Bringing it out to a shortstop. Unfortunate that he couldn't get that double play there, but still gets that force out at second, giving that one out for the Wizards.
Rob Dufo, the first baseman, 1 for 2 with a single in the 4th. Up until that last inning, Rogers had actually out-hit West Warwick. Snapped throw to first by Andrew Chow. Back safely, barely to Schreiber. Mom's gonna have to wash the uniform.
Ian made a little hopping catch then. Unfortunately, couldn't get it back down to swipe it.
Nice pitch by Hunt, strike 2. So you got a freshman battery, Hunt and Andrew Chow. You have an all underclassmen outfield now. Great pitch, change up, broke off the plate.
And that was a beautiful breaking ball by Hunt. You can see that Dufault was sitting on that fastball.
Back to third again. Frets to second for 1, round the horn to first. They get him, got him. Nice round the horn DP by the Wizards to end the Rogers 6 through 5.5 here at McCarthy Stadium. 10-1 West Warwick. So we move into the bottom of the 6th inning with the Wizards leading comfortably at 10-1. 10 runs, 7 hits for West Warwick. 1 run, 8 hits Poor Rogers, so they're still being out hit. The Vikings have made 3 errors. And they've stranded 8. The Wizards have a clean sheet defensively. They have stranded 8 as well. Actually, they've stranded 9. I just can't add 7 plus 2 anymore.
Almost done, guys. If the Wizards score 1 run, this game goes to the 10-run rule.
It should be Andrew Chow, Pettis, and Labonte scheduled. Labonte, of course, replacing Zach Lawrence, who went out with some kind of a knee injury, or so it looked. The morning show may have an update on that tomorrow. Do you do the morning show at all?
No, unfortunately, I do not.
Hire this man.
It's too late.
Also, sorry to tell you, John, but tomorrow is Saturday.
Hey, the news doesn't wait.
Wise. Dissed by a senior. Can you believe it? I quit.
Hey, I'll be glad to take over.
Listen to that. The body's not even cold yet. Fly ball to left field, out to right field, and making the play is Milburn for the out. I'm going to do everything I can to show up at that volleyball game, young man. Everything. I'm coming with signs and air horns. And
Hey, once again, looking forward to it. It'll be an honor. Dissed by the John Parenti.
here's Josh Pettis, who scored 3 times today. And he looks at strike 1 for Marley. He was hit by a pitch, he walked, he doubled, and stole 2 bases. He's officially 1 for 2. Grounder slowly hit toward short. A worm burner picked up by the shortstop Borgetta. Pettis will be on his way to second after the misfiring, and the throw is going to come from the catcher, but not in time. Josh is in safely at second, representing the game-winning run.
So Cole Marley, sophomore on this team, coming in to close. I was just about to say that doing a better job than Younger did, but ended up giving up a run and error from the first baseman.
Actually, I think I would have scored a single because that thing was slowly hit to the shortstop. He probably didn't have a play with Josh's speed, but the error came on the throw, advancing him to second.
Now he's leading off.
How's that? Do I have your permission to do that?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Never need to ask.
Hey, I'll tell him
I feel like I'm walking on thin ice with you sitting over here. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs.
Hey, you wanted me to get comfortable? I got comfortable.
You got comfortable in a hurry.
I think there's a little indent in my seat.
I think you've set at all-time levels for comfortability.
Yeah, he's going to keep moving. Zoom out a bit. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out.
You've done a good job, my young friend.
Only at 12 minutes.
I appreciate it.
That's not a good.
Getting taught by the best.
I hope they score the run so you don't do the 7th. Maybe it'll look worse. Pettis is lead off at second base. Here comes the pitch.
Oh,
Here's a called strike.
I'm just talking movies.
I believe from here the Wizards move on to play Tolman next. And the offer. Line toward second base. It gets through the second baseman, Brownell. Pettis is going to be sent home. The throw will not come in, and the Wizards win the ball game.
So an error by the second baseman. Pettis rounding the diamonds. And the Wizards coming through 11-1, winning this ball game against a formidable opponent that I'm sure that they're going to see later on in this playoff run. And this moves the Wizards up to 8-0, Rogers down to 6-3. And I will get that confirmation for you.
And while you do that, I will tell you that in the 6th inning, the Wizards pick up the game-winning run on one hit. There were 2 errors. 1 runner left on base, that being Zach Labonte, who delivered the game winner. Your final score here at McCarthy Stadium today, West Warwick 11, Rogers 1. We will wrap it up on Wizards TV in just a moment. For West Warwick, 11 runs on 8 hits, no errors, 10 men left on base. For Rogers, 1 run, 8 hits, 5 errors, 8 men left on base. The win technically goes to Mason Hunt, who replaced Logan Dean earlier in the ball game. And the losing pitcher was the starter, Matt Lynch. So, Chad, you have fun?
Lots of fun. I'm glad that I got to come out today, got to watch, beautiful weather. Can't complain about that. The only thing I can complain about is a chicken wire in front of us, but that didn't stop us from calling the game, and it was a really good game for a first cast for start of my baseball casting career. It was a really good one. It was a fun one, and of course, doing it alongside you was an honor at the least.
You did a heck of a job, my young friend, and we look forward to doing this a few more times before I let you fly on your own. And I want to thank Eric White and the crew at Wizards TV, our camera folk, led by the one and only Mr. Lorenzo and company. It's good to meet you all. Good to get back in the chair and do our thing. We're going to do this again. When, Eric? Do we know?
Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. We're going to do softball next. Oh, softball next week. I think it's Friday.
Let me know. I don't know what our radio schedule will be, but hopefully we'll all be there. We'll all get back into the swing of things, and we'll watch Adriana Carcetti go crazy again. 8 RBIs yesterday with 3 home runs. Yeah, she can hit a softball.
I think so.
And the Wizards proved they can hit a baseball today, as they came up with 5 big runs in the 5th inning to win this one going away over Rogers, once again by the 10-run mercy rule. So that does it for this one. For Chad Rondo and for Eric White and for the rest of our Wizards TV crew, John Parenti saying so long from McCarthy Stadium. The final score was Warwick 11, Rogers 1.
Have a good